Hello everyone. I hope everything is recording as planned. I am trying to test out the audio equipment and the camera for my possible filming of the podcast that is so unnamed right now. And on Thursday. So in a couple days I'm hoping to record a podcast with some friends and I'm hoping it's good. I keep looking over there because it's where the sound waves for the mic is. But yeah, I hope this mic is good. It has so much stuff all over it. I should start doing ASMR is what I think I should start doing. I also don't know how long the battery is gonna last for the camera, but one can hope that it lasts a while. I'm not sure if you guys can hear the sound from the outside coming in, but hopefully not, because I think this is the whole point of having a mic, so whatever. And I'm also hoping I'm not in focus because I had no one to help me focus the camera. I don't know, I just feel like my life is low-key at a downward spiral right now, and it's just like not very pleasant to experience the human condition right now. But I know that everyone else is experiencing the human condition, so I'm kind of like, maybe we're all just fucked. I'm not even 29 yet, so I don't even know why it feels this way. I feel like this is like some shit like for your Saturn return type shit, but like whatever. I don't even know what that means. I barely know what Mercury retrograde means. I just listen to whatever the astrology girlies say. Well, recently, as of like the last couple of years, I've been getting a lot of neurodivergent allegations. And one thing that supports that theory, I feel like, is my inability to make eye contact for too long. I don't know. I just think a lot about how my second therapist ever made me make eye contact with her every time I was talking to her because I kept looking away, and she was like, I'm not sitting over there on the bookcase. I'm sitting right here. Make eye contact with me. And I'm like, girl, how am I supposed to fucking do that when I'm telling you my trauma? That's uncomfortable. But it ultimately did help me like make more eye contact with her, and I think it was nice. Me and that therapist had an ultimately loving but tumultuous relationship. She was what I would refer to as my trauma therapist. She helped me work through a lot of my trauma, obviously. And I think and I'm not saying that I'm like healed from all my trauma altogether. I'm just sort of saying that I worked through a lot of it with her. Like every session I was crying, and then we had to like adjust it, and like I was doing meditation, and it was all this whole thing. I don't know if we need to get into my lore like that. Check in for today. My day has been good. A little bit nerve-wracking because I hate going into work, but I ultimately did finish my work, so it's like fine. It's just like annoying. That's like one of the things that's leading to my downward spiral, I think, is the fucking work of it all. Hate it. Hate going there. Hate doing the work. Even though it's like not even like the worst thing in the world, to be honest. Like people do more intensive jobs than I do. I don't know. Just something about it just makes me hate being there. Also, if you can see how messy my room is, just like ignore everything. Because I have no explanation. My room is just very messy. If anybody would like to come over and help me clean, that would be awesome. I was thinking of like many podcast names for the podcast that I'm hoping to do. And I just saw that I made a low-key edit of a podcast, I guess, that I was trying to do. And it was going to be called nataleapyear. And I think that's really funny, considering that I'm born in February. So maybe I should do that. I feel like that's very fun. I don't know. We'll have to see. I wanted to record the podcast with Selena, but they don't know how involved they can be. And right now I'm very passionate about this project, but who knows how long I'll be passionate about this project for, you know? All in all, decent day. Just had my leftover poke from last night because we celebrated 420. I feel all over the place. I feel halfway baked. And I think that that's just a product of being in your 20s, especially in your like mid to late 20s. I feel like I'm not fully formed in a lot of ways. Even though I think my brain is fully formed now, thank God. Like many people in my 20s, I don't think I have something that drives me for real. I always say that it's my friends and friendship drives me, but I don't know. It only drives enough, right? Like, I feel like I want to be a creative. That's all this rambling just so that I can say that. I want to be creative and I want to pursue art and I want to pursue creative things. But it just feels very scary, especially as an immigrant and a daughter of an immigrant. My whole life, I feel like, was to lead up to working a very cushy desk job that my parents were never able to do. And now that I have the desk job, I start to think about the American dream, unfortunately. Even though that shit doesn't really exist anymore. I think about it, and I think about what my life ultimately means and leads up to. I want it to mean more, and I want it to do more for me. Right now, I feel very stagnant, and even though I have a lot of loving friends and a lot of people who are out there who supports me, it just feels like I'm not fully... I feel like I have one foot in the door, in, like, multiple doors, and I just want to, like, get through one doorway, if that makes sense. Like, if I could just get through one door that leads me to greatness, that's where I want to be. And I know that's, like, very, like, stupid to say because there's not a one thing that fixes you, but I don't know. Maybe it's societal conditioning, but I just feel like something should fix me at this point. It's like, and nothing is. Yeah, I just want more for myself, and I honestly do want to pursue something I'm passionate about, and I want to pursue something that keeps me engaged. I feel like I'm constantly bored, and that sort of boredom really, it's not good. It leads me to places I wouldn't even go with a gun, to be honest. And I think what ultimately reels me back in from spiraling too much about all of this is my friends and the friendships that I have. And I know I'm a fucking broken record. My friends, like, whatever. But I truly do think that friendship saved my life. And it gives me a lot of meaning. And just like I said earlier, I don't think one thing will fix me forever. For a while, friendship was the thing that saved me, but I think I have to start to accept that it won't fix me, which is really tough. I don't know. I think that all those Pinterest quotes were right. The only thing that will save you is yourself. And that's what I have to grapple with. Pinterest quotes. And things like everything in moderation. Time will heal all. Like, all that stupid bullshit. Like, they're right. I hate that they're right. When I was 16, I thought I knew everything. When I was 16, I was like, girl, give me the meaning of life. Because I am ready for it and I know what it is. I can predict it. And I know where I'm supposed to be. A lawyer. But that's clearly not the case. I'm not a lawyer. I am sitting in a very messy room doing a podcast. As if we need any more of those. I was just hoping that things would be different by the time I'm 26. And I thought I would be much more mature and different. But I'm not. I am, crazily enough, still me. And still struggling, which sucks. But I will say I have come a really long way since I was 18. How do I say this? I don't want to make it sound like there's a cure to depression and there's a cure to life, because again, this whole thing is me being like, there's no cure. Like, there's one thing that saves you is yourself, and you have to believe in yourself, and there's so many avenues to do things, and there's so many avenues to, like, be happy. But I will say I've came a really long way since I was 18, when I was horribly depressed in college. And now I'm less depressed as an adult, which I thought I would never be able to see the other side of. For a while, when I was deep in my depression, I was like, oh, well, there's no way out. There's no light at the end of the tunnel. There's no ending at the end of the tunnel. It's just the end of the tunnel. It's bricks. Like, if I fall down here, if I go through this, like, I'll hit a dead end and I'll die. But there is light at the end of the tunnel, crazily enough. And yeah, and it's just being in a walkable city with your friends and living close to your friends. I don't know what this is all about. I'm making more work for myself to just like, because I'm filming this for so long, but yeah, that's all I just wanted to say. I wanted to test equipment and tell you guys about my day. Thank you for listening. And I'm pretty sure this is going to be called Nataleapyear. I think.